Right, this is the first Valentine's Day after the months-long Occupy Central movement, which has caused 40 to 70% of revenue lost, according to President Zeman of Kwai Association. But it seems that even Valentine cannot save the alcohol business here, since there are now 5 7-Eleven locating in the same neighborhood. The latest one opened in the Angular Street last July, which ignited a widespread discussion online, especially the English mainstream media. Now, the bar owners are campaigning against 7-Eleven. Hong Kong doesn't have any alcohol regulations or open container law, which allow people to advertise alcohol everywhere and drink anywhere. It is not hard to imagine during the coming Valentine's Day and the weekends, lovers, couples and partygoers would take over the streets with beer in hands. But one have to be curious enough to ask, where do they get their beer?
When you're walking to Kwai Fong, you will see the bottom 7-Eleven. There's a lot of people because mostly people would just like buy the beer and wait for people, and then they would just drink it and then finish it. They would just go for clubbing because you have to pay for club as well.
Do they have to or do they not? Pubs and restaurant owners are unhappy with the so-called Club 7-Elevens. They argue that the incursion of these convenience shops hurts the Kwai Fong's mechanisms. Business owners are struggling to maintain profitability against decreased sales. Some of them are even forced to cut the number of DJs or lower the dish price by catering mainstream tastes.
I don't see any kind of problem in it myself. It's a consumer's choice more than anything.
The bar owner may not like it because the bar owner wants to sell beer at a higher margin so he can make money. But the fact of the matter is that the bar owner doesn't own the street.
It is also a fact that the food and liquor services are ruled by different departments, while a 7-Eleven only has to obtain permission from the Food and Environmental Hygiene Department. A restaurant has to wait for months to obtain a license. These regulatory hurdles contribute to the higher price in pubs. How much is a glass of Asahi in a pub? $74. How much is a Qingdao in the opposite 7-Eleven? Less than $15. Convenience stores in and around Kwai Fong has swelled over the past years due to its cheaper price and a higher popularity, to the dismay of the pub owners because they don't have to carry the same overhead and provide the same supervision. Kwai Fong Association last month has polled 200 or so members to consult how to solve the so-called problems, including the down in business and the change atmosphere. And these changes are most apparent in diners with alcohol themes and clubs restaurants. Consumptions that underwrote the entertainment have fallen, although the dancing pool still sounds boisterous and locals remain loyal to their food. Meanwhile, residents in Kwai Fong failed to complain to the Liquor Licensing Board about the noise and litter made by the 7-Eleven drinkers, since they are not regulated by any bureaus, which is rare around the globe.
United States, and any place they sell cigarette, the alcohol, they have to apply the license first.
The license is issued by the state, right? And they have to basically calculate the population. Depends on the size of the area, how many liquor store licenses they can have.
And how many licenses can Kwai Fong have? In 2011, the Food and Health Bureau made a review about the licensing regulations. However, the Legislature Council did not make any modifications. As a result, Hong Kong becomes almost the only developed region without any alcohol controls in the world. As you have heard, there is an opinion here that Hong Kong should learn from other advanced economic bodies like the United States. Singapore make a very interesting contrast too, where liquor selling is not allowed during 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. But many Hong Kong netizens worry that once the Singaporean models is applied in Hong Kong, the consumers may need to suffer more from the overpriced bars liquor. Since the policy addressed earlier this year didn't mention any issue of licensing the 7-Eleven liquor, it is still unknown whether there will be any legislative member propose such proposal. and it is unclear whether Association of Lan Kwai Fong will take further step. Back to the newsroom.